You're like me, you might be getting a little nervous about some of these exchanges. Are you looking for a way to hold Bitcoin on your Algorand wallet? We're going to show you how on today's Frugal BC. What's up, guys? Frugal BC coming at you with another episode. Today, we are going to talk about how to hold Bitcoin on your Algorand wallet. Now, why would we want to do this? Well, you may have been paying attention to the news and noticed that exchanges like Celsius, Voyager, and some of these other 3AC, the hedge fund, a lot of these companies are starting to the waters. The market has gone down, and the tide going out has kind of exposed some of the bad practices that some of these companies have been doing. Celsius has filed for bankruptcy. I just got the paperwork on that now. I'm kind of in the getting to the stage where I just kind of want to keep as many coins off of exchanges as possible. And so I've been working on ways to get my Bitcoin over to Algorand so I can hold it on there. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to use Coinbase. I still use it to fund my accounts, to buy the coins, including Algorand. I know there's other ways to get it, but I've been doing it on Coinbase. They have the trading option right there, so you can get it without incurring very many fees. And it's an easy way to do it, really quick way to do it. And you can send it over to your Algorand, but now you can send your Bitcoin too. I'm going to show you how. Before we do that, if you'd hit that like button, I'd appreciate that. And if you subscribe to the channel, you can see all our videos about Algorand and other coins. As I've said many times, we are not exclusively an Algorand channel. However, it is the main focus, mostly because, well, we do the experiments and we talk about what works, and the Algorand stuff has mostly worked. And a lot of the other stuff we've tried have just not gone well. So that's why I would say I'm 85% an Algorand channel. We also talk about stuff like Townstar, Bitcoin, Splinterlands. So there are other projects, but mostly Algorand. But the main focus is we do the projects, tell you what works, what doesn't work, and we keep an eye on it for you. So that's our pledge to you. But let's get into it. I'm going to show you today how to transfer Bitcoin to. Okay, so this is Algomint, and what Algomint allows you to do is create an Algorand version of a few different coins. Bitcoin is the most obvious. You can also do it with Ethereum, and you can wrap Algo on there too. Now, this is probably the most I don't know, official way to do it, I suppose. But there's a couple things. There's a couple caveats with doing it this way. You're allowed 1 Bitcoin maximum per transaction, and you have to do a minimum of 0.005 Bitcoin. Now, there's also some fees associated with this. So you're going to pay a 0.2% fee, which, is not bad in the world of crypto, to be honest. Not quite as good as some other Algorand projects, but there's some Bitcoin stuff involved. And there's a 0.001 Bitcoin miner fee as well. So at Bitcoin's current price, that is about 240. And you can figure about 10 cents per $1,000 of Bitcoin. So whatever the Bitcoin price is, if it's 38,000, figure about 380 in fees. Right now it's about 240, like I said, thereabouts. You can do the math as well, but that will get you, that will get you a wrap Bitcoin, which will be on your wallet, whether that's Pair or My Algo, and then you have it there. And then when you want to reverse it, and then you can change it from, the Go Bitcoin back to regular Bitcoin. So that's one option. And some caveats with this, besides the fees, is that you need to do KYC. So you have to give them some ID, get approved, all of that. Now, you may decide you don't want to do that. And frankly, I'm one of them. I've done a lot of KYC stuff, so I'm not entirely opposed to it. But generally speaking, I kind of prefer not to. So there's actually an easier way, in my opinion. And the first step is actually taking your Coinbase wallet. Well, let's start with Coinbase. So what you would do is you would say choose the Bitcoin USD if you wanted to buy Bitcoin, but you could also skip this step if you wanted to buy Bitcoin. I'd probably figure out what it costs in Algorand. Or say I wanted to buy $100 of Bitcoin, I would just, at this step, I would just buy $100 of Algorand. You'll see why in a minute. You could also buy the Bitcoin and swap it to Algorand, and there's no fees to do that, as if I recall right. I don't think there were any fees to swap between the two assets on Coinbase. So you can do that for free. So that's what I did this just yesterday. I bought some Bitcoin and I bought some Algorand, and then I swapped the Bitcoin over to Algorand, but I probably could have just bought the Algorand in the first place. And then what you'll do is you go to your assets. Now I sent all of mine, so I can't quite do that. But what you want to do is go send and receive. Yeah, you can see I don't have very much on my Coinbase wallet. Everything's in Algorand now. Yeah, well, some of it was on Celsius too, so that's that sucks. So this is kind of why I'm doing this. Wow, this is really taking a long time to load. Okay, so I have Cosmos pulled up right now, but I basically would go down and find my Algorand or whatever. I got a bunch of different things here. So what I would, so I would take that. We'll just select Cosmos for now, but this would you would want to select Algorand, and then you would take your My Algo wallet and put it right in here. And this one has Cosmos has memos. I wouldn't worry about that. And then you basically you would hit continue, and there would be no fee, and you'd hit send, and then it would end up in your My Algo wallet. Now you don't actually have to open My Algo wallet. Once it's in there, it'll be there, right? So you will see it on your Tiny. So what you do is you go to tinyman.org. So hopefully this is clear so far. Basically, you're buying Algorand or buying Bitcoin and swapping it to Algorand in the amount that you want in Bitcoin. Sorry if that's a little confusing, but you're buying Bitcoin. Let's say I want $100 of Bitcoin. I'm going to buy $100 of Bitcoin, swap it to Algorand, or just buy $100 of Algorand to start with, which I think is easier. Send it from Coinbase to my wallet through the method I just showed, and then it'll be on here. And then what you would do is you'd swap, say, and I have this pulled up, but you can swap it to a P token of Bitcoin, which is through the P network. Or let me scroll down here and find it. Or I would use GoBTC or GoETH, right? And all I have to do is swap it, and now I have it on my account. Now, what is the cost? Well, there's a 30-cent. So this is about 3%. So you are accruing about the same, maybe a little bit more. But you're not paying the miner fee, but it was 2% versus 3%. So there's some delta where the one would be cheaper, and then over that delta, the other would be cheaper. So you're probably spending, but you can kind of figure you're spending about the same amount. It's about the same cost. And you get this, you'll have the GoBTC in your wallet, and I have some now. You can see in my account, I already have about $20 worth. And all you would do, now I don't have enough in my wallet, Algo in my wallet to actually make this swap. But all you would do is hit swap, and then it would appear. And just to show you what it is, I chose 100 Algorand just because I could figure out the math, 0.3. This is basically 3%. Well, no, it's 0.3%. Yeah, that's actually a lot cheaper. How much was Algomint? 0.2%. Yeah, sorry, misspoke there. Yeah, is 0.3% versus 0.2%. We're still talking pretty small percentages. You will pay that little tiny transaction fee, but that's next to nothing. And I chose 100 so that I could figure out the percentage really quick. But I'm just going to do 10. Okay, so 10. I'm going to hit swap, confirm swap. And as you know, you can see the little signature part pull up and not the full transaction, but it was a 0.002 transaction. And of course, it just takes a little while to load, and boom, swap complete. Now it's in my wallet. So if I go to ASA stats, I have my wallet already loaded, but this is a really good site to use, by the way. That's my total account. And you can see I have $163 worth of PBTC, and then I just bought some GoBTC. If we scroll down, yep, here's that. So I have, yeah, $24 total of Go BTC. So that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm transferring. Now, if you wanted to reverse it, all you would do is do all the steps I just mentioned in reverse. So I would convert it to I would convert the Go BTC to Algorand, send the Algorand to my Coinbase, and then swap it back to Bitcoin on Coinbase. And then I have Bitcoin. Or, if say I just want to cash out of Bitcoin, I'd skip the convert to Bitcoin step and just make it into cash on Coinbase. So Coinbase is kind of like your tool, but the reason I do this, or let me stop my share. So Coinbase is like kind of your swap tool it's kind of your bridge between the fiat world and the Algorand world. You could also, there's ways to, buy, like AlgoFi is hooked up with MoonPay, so you can buy Algorand directly. I don't know if it works in reverse, but that might be an option as well. So there's some other ways to do it, but this is to me, I like the idea of just being able to kind of do it without having to, give my idea to yet another company. And if GoBTC goes away, hopefully I'd have some heads up on that and I can swap that to something else before it goes away. But basically you're following the Bitcoin price. So it's like having a wrapped version, a different version of the asset that's pegged to that price. So if Bitcoin goes up, my GoBTC also go up. So, and like I said, I like it just because I don't like having to involve yet one more company and be on one more platform. I can just use Tinyman. And to me, it makes it a lot easier, but I'm more comfortable. This is something I want to do as I accumulate more Bitcoin. I think I just want to hold it on my Algorand wallet. I feel safer having my keys be my wallet without a company intervening. And so I'll probably have to figure that out for Cosmos too, because I do like holding Cosmos. I do like getting the percentages, but I'm also becoming a little concerned. As you probably saw, I do have some halfway decent chunk of change on Cosmos, and it was worth a whole lot more once upon a time. But anyway, I want to hear what you guys have to think. What do you guys hold any Bitcoin? What do you think about holding it on your Algorand wallet? Also, make sure you have lots of backups of your passphrase so you don't lose it. That would be really bad too. I think that's one of the reasons why people like Coinbase, because it just makes it kind of more user friendly. But the Algorand wallet is pretty user friendly too. I find it very user friendly compared to a lot of the other wallets I've tried, including MetaMask. I really hate MetaMask so much. To me, it's like the opposite of a user-friendly platform. So anyway, I want your guys' opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys are all doing great out there and stay safe. And as always, we'll see you in the future.